My name's Jon Parker. I'm a creative media lecturer in Gower campus at Gower College, and I'm also a digital peer mentor. I've been working on many projects this year. One of them has been creating NFC tags, and essentially an NFC tag, it stands for near field communication. It's the same technology that enables you to pay with your phone via contactless. It's a small chip which is programmable, and we put it inside a 3D printed case, a key ring, a little disc, and it's basically, the vision is to make information more accessible. These 3D things can be printed with your own branding, the Gower College branding, your course branding, a little LinkedIn logo if you want to share your LinkedIn profile, which is one of the things I do. I've got a keychain on my keys as a 3D printed little plastic thing, and if I want to share my LinkedIn information, I just tap that on someone's phone, bang, it opens it. So NFCs are all about sharing information just through the tap of a phone. No more taking a photo of an ugly QR code. So we were looking for a way of helping our students in creative media in university interviews. Quite often in the past they go up with a big hard drive or a memory stick. We wanted to build their digital confidence, but also build it into employability. So our creative media year 2 students have now gone away to university interviews with a little keychain. They tap it on someone's phone and it opens a link to their portfolio and their website or to their LinkedIn. And it's not just about university interviews. When some of these students are in perhaps film events or networking events, they've always got that resource on them. So it was about addressing the digital confidence in our students. We've also looked at rolling this technology out across the college. Once we had our first proof of concept, it was then, right, let's take it to other departments. So first I met with Darren Fountain in business. I said, look, you've got business students, let's try and do the same for them, but let's try and take it a step further. So I met with the business HND students and they said, yes, these little LinkedIn keychains, they're brilliant. However, what we should be doing is we should be doing this for business. How many times have you gone out to a restaurant and you've had to scan a QR code on the table? Rather, you can build something which does the same thing quicker and with their branding, with that company's branding. So the business students are doing this. They're looking at the hospitality sector. Again, it's giving them skills which makes them employable. It's giving them links to industry. One of the students also owns a petting farm. He is going to be designing these for his own petting farm so they can be branded with his own colours, his own logo, and people can tap their phone to find out more about the animals, to find out more about where they need to go next on his petting farm. We're also looking at the Green Hub in T-Corch, part of the landscaping course. They've got flower borders outside, and currently they've got these ugly QR codes stuck to the flower borders on the wood. Instead, we're going to be printing these things where students just tap their phone and it takes them to a page to find out more about the flowers or the flora or the fauna. In terms of how we produce these, we've already got a 3D printer. We've already got access to that. All we need is a roll of plastic, 16 quid per kilogram of plastic. We need the NFC chip, which is programmable via an app on your phone. You just hold your phone to the chip, click, click, and it's programmed. It takes you then to wherever you want. I've also met with Josh Jordan because I see scope for these to be implemented in a more pastoral sort of student support kind of way. I envision every common room table having one of these discs which says Gower College Student Support. Students can then go up, tap their phone and be taken to a page or a link which helps them to book a student support officer or find support. It's a work in progress. We're trying to roll this out so that students have information which is more accessible. So like I mentioned before, low cost, high impact. We've already got the tech, we've already got the workflow, everything set up, ready to go. So the tech is simple. We've already got the tech. It's just a thing of getting some time with a staff member, an hour or two, and then they can build them and personalize them for their classroom or for their needs and for their students. So the response to this project so far has been really, really good. There was an engineering lecturer, Calvin, who I spoke to about this technology, and he said, I'm going up to Parliament to network with some engineering people. I'd love to have a LinkedIn keychain. Can you make one? Can you make one for me? Within 25 minutes, I'd printed it, I'd programmed it, he had it, and he said that it was really useful. When I was also speaking to Darren Fountain, he was kind of saying, this is really good. I can see this working for managers. It could be outside managers or teachers' doors. Tap here to book in a slot or some time with me. I'm presenting this technology in a tech teaching conference in 2 weeks up in Mid Wales called the Greganog Conference. So I'll be presenting it to other colleges there, and the feedback has been really, really positive. So we've already spoken a little bit about how this can be scaled in other areas, but I see another area this can be scaled in, and that's I envision every single classroom having a bit, what I'd call a classroom button. It doesn't have to be something that fits inside your pocket like my keychain, but just a button which sits on the desk, or a disc which sits on the desk. As students come in, they can tap their phone on it and it opens the Kahoot they're doing first of all in the class. It opens a research paper or a link to anything. So it would be amazing if every single classroom had one of these. They don't have to be a small disc. They can be a big disc, a big square. They can be fixed to the tables. They could have different colours. They could have the course branding on. They could look any way the teacher wants them to look. And I'd love each classroom to have their own classroom button where they walk in, students tap their phone, and it opens a resource that they're going to be using in that lesson. So if anyone wants to know more about this project, if you want to build one, if you want any more information, if you want support in creating them, I'm a digital peer mentor, so please do get in touch. I'm really excited about this technology and I want to see people run with it. And that's the most exciting thing for me, when I see people run with these ideas. So please do get in touch.